Solve x plus 6 over 3x equals 2 over x plus 9. Again, we're going to start with the restrictions. We know that the denominators are not allowed to be 0. So one of those denominators is 3x. 3x can't equal 0. Well, we know that the value of x that would cause this to be 0 would be 0 itself. If x was 0, then 3x would be 0. So we have the restriction x can't be 0. The other denominator with an x in it is just x, so we know that that x can't be 0 either. But these are both the same restriction, so our only restriction is that x can't be 0. In these first few problems, we always have the same restriction, x can't equal 0. But there are problems where the restriction is different, and we will see that in just a little bit. So now that we have our restriction, let's solve the equation. We've got x plus 6 over 3x equals 2 over x plus 9. We need to multiply both sides by the LCD. If we look at the denominators 3x and x, the LCD is just going to be 3x. 3x is a multiple of 3x and of x. So we need to multiply both sides of this equation by 3x. On the left-hand side, notice that the denominator is 3x, and we're multiplying it by 3x. So those 3x's are going to cancel, and we're left with just x plus 6. On the right, we're going to have to distribute. In the first term, we've got 2 over x times 3x. We're going to have the x's cancel because there's one in the denominator and one out front. And so that 3 gets multiplied by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Then in the second term, there's no denominator, it's just 9. So nothing cancels, and we multiply 3x times 9 to get 27x. So we have x plus 6 equals 6 plus 27x. We've got x's on both sides. We need to eliminate one of them. So we're going to subtract x from both sides. That leaves us with 6 equals 6 plus 26x. Next, we can subtract 6 from both sides. That gives us 0 equals 26x. And to get x alone, we divide by 26. 0 divided by 26 is 0. So in this case, we get x equals 0. However, if we go up to our restriction, we know that x is not allowed to be 0. Remember, the reason x can't be 0 is because if x was 0, then we would have zeros in the denominator. And we can't do 2 divided by 0. It's undefined. So x equals 0 is not an actual solution. In a situation like this, we have a name for it. It is called an extraneous solution. And anytime there's an extraneous solution, we throw it away. So x equals 0 is not an actual solution. And because the only potential solution is extraneous and we throw it away, that leaves us with no actual solutions. And in this situation, we write no solution. So this equation doesn't have any solutions.